In earlier class, we have been discussed some concept like binary operation, what is meant by binary operation, algebraic structure, and semi groups. Okay, we are going to discuss the definition of group theory. Okay, what is group? So let's have a definition. A non-empty set G with a binary operation dot. Okay, this is a dot. This is not a multiplicative sign. This is a dot. A non-empty set G with a binary operation dot on G is called a group if the following axioms hold. So which of the first one? A into BC is equals to AB into C for all A, B, C belongs to G. This property is associativity. Okay, we call this as associative law. Here, actually, this is a dot in bracket B dot C is equals to in bracket A dot B dot C. But I already told you in earlier lecture that instead of writing A dot B, I simply write as AB. Dot is what? Dot is a binary operation. So I skip it. Okay. So it is not necessary to write every time. Okay. So you should assume that it is A dot B. Okay. Dot is what? Binary operation. It is not a multiplicative. So first axiom is associative law. Okay. Second one is existence of identity element. So there exists one element E belongs to G such that E dot A is equals to A, which is equals to A dot E. Okay. For all A belongs to G means for every element in that group, if I pick up any element from that set G, then I have some such element called E in same set G such that it satisfy EA is equals to A. Okay, under the binary operation dot. Okay, so this E is called what? Identity element. Okay, and this second property is what? Existence of identity. Okay, this is a second axiom. And third one is existence of inverse means for every element A belongs to G, there exists some element A dash belongs to G such that A dash A is equals to E. Means if I pick up any element from that G, okay, there should be one element say A dash. Okay, and if I operate binary operation, okay, means if I take A dash dot A, then the resulting quantity is what? The identity element E. Okay, if these all three axioms are satisfied by that non-empty set G, then we say that G forms a group under the binary operation dot. A semi group with an identity in which every element has an inverse is a group. We can also define a group like this also. What is semi group? Semi group means what? Under the given binary operation that set satisfy associativity. Okay, so if the first axiom is satisfied that this set G, then we can say this G is a semi group. Okay, so a semi group with existence of inverse plus existence of identity is called a group. Okay, next, if the binary operation is written multiplicatively, okay, means suppose this binary operation is what? Dot. Suppose if I consider this binary operation as multiplication, okay, this binary operation is considered as multiplication, then we shall denote the group G comma dot simply by G. Okay, so group can be denoted by simply capital letter G. Okay, in this case the identity element is denoted by E or 1. Okay, so if the binary operation is multiplication, then identity element is always what? Either 1 or E. Okay, either E or 1. For it is a notation, just 1 is not a number. Okay, 1 is not a number here. It is just a notation for identity element. Okay, getting this? This 1 is not a number. Remember this 1 is not a number here. This 1 is just a notation for a identity element with respect to binary operation multiplication. Okay, so throughout we are going to use this notation 1 or E if the binary operation is multiplicative. Okay, and the inverse of an element A is written as A inverse. Okay, so inverse of any element A can be written as A inverse. Okay, so if the binary operation is written additively, means suppose this binary operation, this dot is considered as addition. Okay, then identity element is denoted by 0. Okay, this is not a number, this is just a notation for identity element. Okay, for uh, binary operation addition. and the inverse of an element A is written as negative A. Okay, and inverse of an element A is written as what? Negative A. Under what? Under the binary operation addition. Okay, and this is read as negative of A. Okay, so if the binary operation in a group G is commutative, it means what? AB is equals to BA for all A comma B belongs to G, then the group is called commutative or abelian group. Okay, so what is meant by abelian group? That every element in the set G satisfies the property commutativity under the given binary operation. Okay, then we say that group G is abelian. Okay. So next thing is theorem. Okay, so theorem is what? A semi-group G is a group if and only if for all A comma B belongs to G, each of the equations Ax equals to B and Y equals to B has a solution. Okay, so this is the statement for theorem. Okay, what we have to prove here? A semi-group G. Okay, means what they given? They have given G is a semi-group. This thing is only given. Okay, and what we have to show? G is a group. Means this semi group G is what? This semi group G is a group. Okay, when this semi group G is a group, they are saying if and only if for every AB belongs to G, each of the equations Ax equals to B and Y equals to B has a solution. Okay, this semi group G becomes a group if for every AB belongs to G, the equations Ax equals to B and Y is equals to B has a solution. This, so let's have a proof. So what is given? G is semi group. Now first I assume G is a group. Okay, first I assume G is a group and I will show Ax equals to B and Y equals to B has a solution. Okay, so let's have proof. So given A is a semi group, sorry, given G is a semi group. Okay, as G is a semi group, it has a one binary, it is defined on a binary operation with associativity property. Okay, so now here I am itself assuming G is a group. Then clearly the equations Ax equals to B and Y equals to B have solutions. Okay, so as G is group, then clearly this equation have solution. How? Because as G is group, then there must exist inverse. Okay, by definition of group, I can exist inverse. Okay, so here the solution for Ax equals to B is what? X is equals to A inverse B. How it occurs? If I now look at this equation Ax equals to B. Okay, if I operate A inverse, A is what? A is here, A is what? Member of G, group G. Okay, if so, as A is member of G, then there must exist A inverse by definition of group. Now if I operate that A inverse from left, okay, from left on both sides, then what happen? A inverse Ax is equals to B, sorry, is equals to A inverse B. Okay, but we know that A inverse A is equals to what? A inverse A is equals to what? Identity element. Okay, and identity element into X is equals to what? X itself. Okay, so same thing here. What I obtained? A inverse A into X is equals to A inverse B. Okay, but A inverse A is E, means identity element, and identity element into X is what? That element itself, means identity element into X is what? X. So finally what I obtained? X is equals to A inverse B. Okay, similarly if I operate A inverse on both sides from right, what happen? Ya into A inverse is equals to B into A inverse. But A inverse is what? Identity. Y into identity is what? Y. So finally what I obtain? Y is equals to BA inverse. Okay. So therefore X is equals to A inverse B and Y is equals to BA inverse. These two equations are what? These two equations are respect to solution for the equations Ax equals to B and Y equals to B. When it happened? Only when G is a group. Okay. So first thing I proved. Okay. Conversely, let G be a semi-group and suppose Ax equals to B and Y equals to B has a solution for all A comma B belongs to G. Okay. So what we assume here? G be a semi-group and these two equations have a solutions for every AB belongs to G. Let A belongs to G, then the equation ya equals to a has a solution. Okay, so for any a belongs to G, this equation y is equals to a has a solution. Okay, y is equals to a means what? Y equals to what here? Then obviously y must be some identity element, say e. Okay, so e into a is what? A. Okay, e into a is what? A. So therefore y must be equals to e. Okay, so if a belongs to G, then the equation y equals to a has a solution y equals to e. So that e into a is equals to what? A. So what we call e, if this property is satisfied, if such thing is happening, then e is called what? Identity. Okay,
Identity.
e is called identity. Okay, now look at here. E is from where we are operating e. E has been taken from left side. Which side? Left side. So this is what? Left identity. Okay, now for any b belongs to G, the equation ax equals to b has a solution. Ax is equals to b has a solution. Okay, so let that solution be what? X naught. We are assuming that solution be some x naught. Say x is equals to x naught. Okay, so that ax naught is equals to what? B. Ax naught is equals to what? B. Why we are assuming x equals to x naught solution? Because here we itself assuming that ax equals to b has a solution. So I assume that solution for this equation is what? X is equals to x naught. So finally, if I put value of x equals to x naught here, what I obtain? Ax naught equals to b. Okay, by hypothesis. Okay, so therefore eb is equals to, now I am calculating value for eb is equals to, what is value for e, sorry, what is value for b? B is equals to what? Ax naught. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
which is equals to e into ax naught. But I know what is value for ea. Value for ea is equals to what? A
Yeah.
itself, which is equals to what? Ax naught. Okay, but ax naught is equals to what again? Ax naught is
B.
equals to b. So
B.
eb is equals to what? Eb is equals to what?
B.
B. Hence e is the left
Yes,
identity.
identity.
Okay, so here I proved E is the left identity. In similar fashion, we can say that, or we can prove that E is the right identity. Okay, E is the right identity. Okay, also for every A belongs to G, the equation Y is equals to E has a solution. Hence, A has a left inverse.
Yes,
Therefore, G
G
is
is a
a
group.
group. Okay, as existence of identity and existence of inverse. Okay,
Universe.
this property holds with semi group. Okay, with semi group. Semi group means what? It satisfies associativity. So as the
Associative
all
property.
three axioms are satisfied, that's why your set G means your semi group G forms a group.
Group.
Okay, so this proves the theorem. A finite semi group G is a group if and only if the cancellation law hold for all element in G. Okay, any finite semi group is a group, then it satisfy cancellation law. Okay, and if for any finite semi group G the cancellation law holds, then can you say G is a group. Okay, so what is cancellation law? That is AB is equals to AC is equals to what? B equals to C. Which element I cancelled out? A. Okay, so this is called, A is on which side? Left side. So this is called left cancellation law. And BA is equals to CA. This imply B equals to C. Okay, so A is cancelled out from which side? Right side. So this is called what? Right cancellation law. Okay, so if this cancellation law holds good in finite semi group G, then it is a group. And if in a finite semi group G, and if a finite semi group G is a group, then there must hold cancellation laws. Okay, so let's have a proof. Assume G is a group. Consider AB is equals to AC. Okay, so here I am assuming G is a group, so I am considering AB is equals to AC. What is A and B? A and B are elements of group G, and C is also element of group G. So we know that by third axiom of a group, that for every element in a group G, there must exist inverse. Okay, so as A belongs to G, there must exist A inverse. Okay, so that's why, because A belongs to G, this implies A inverse should exist. Okay, means A inverse belongs to G. Okay, now in the last equation means which one? This one, AB is equals to AC. If I operate A inverse with the help of whatever given binary operation. Okay, so if I operate A inverse from left side. So what happened? This happen. Okay, A inverse AB is equals to A inverse AC. But as G is a group, associative hold goods. Okay, by first axiom of definition of group. Okay, it satisfies associativity. Means what? A inverse AB is equals to what? A inverse A into B. Okay, so this imply A inverse A into B, which is equal to, similarly here also associativity hold A inverse A into C. Okay, so as A inverse is inverse of A by the by the third axiom, A inverse A is equals to what? Identity element.
Identity
Okay.
element.
So A inverse A is equals to what? E into B is equals to E C. Okay. But E into B, that is EB is equals to what? As E is identity element. So by second axiom of group, definition of group, this is equals to what? EB is equals to B, EC is equals to E. So this implies what? B is equal to C. So what do I consider? AB is equals to AC, and what I implied? B is equals to C. Okay. So therefore, left cancellation law holds. Okay. Similarly, you can check yourself. Okay. Now you should consider BA is equal to CA. Okay. And then operate A inverse from which side? Right side. Means what happened? B in bracket A inverse is equals to C in bracket A inverse. Okay. A inverse is what? E. So again, BE is equals to what? CE. But B is equals to B and C is equals to C. So finally you obtain what? B is equal to C. Okay. You can do this at home. Okay, or write directly. Similarly, BA is equals to CA imply B equals to C. So the cancellation laws holds in group. Okay, so here I assuming group and shows cancellation law holds. Okay, now conversely, now what is converse? Now I am assuming G be a finite semi group and cancellation laws hold, and my claim is what? G is a group, means that semi group forms a group. Okay, so let's have converse part. Okay, so conversely, let G be a finite semi group, and suppose that the cancellation laws holds good. Okay, we claim that for every AB belongs to G, the equation AX equals to B and Y equals to B are solvable. Okay, now what is the technique they are using to prove that group? They are using previous theorem. Okay, in previous theorem itself we showed a semi group is a group if and only if these two equation Ax equals to B and Y equals to B has a solution. Okay, so same thing I am going to use here to prove that a finite semi group is G. It is sufficient to show that the equation Ax equals to B and Y equals to B are solvable. Solvable means what? Such equation has a solution. Okay, so once I prove this two equation has a solution, then by using the first theorem, whatever we proved earlier, this theorem helps me to show G becomes group. Okay, so let's proceed. Let A comma B belongs to G. Okay, these are two members of G. Okay, so let G is equals to A1 A2 up to AN. Why I chosen this? Because G is what? Finite semi group. That's why I take finite number of elements, say A1 A2 AN. Okay, where A1 A2 AN are distinct. Okay, these are all what? Distinct. Okay, consider the set H. Now I generate one set H, which is given as A1, A2, AAN. What is A here? A belongs to G. Okay. And A1, A2 also belongs to G. Okay. So I just take AA1, AA2, and AAN. This is a set H. Okay, since AAI belongs to G. Okay, why AAI belongs to G? Because A is belongs to G and A1 also belongs to G. Okay, so therefore AAI also belongs to G. What is I here? I means what? I varies from 1 to n. I equals to 1 to n. So as AI belongs to G and A belongs to G, therefore AAI obviously belongs to G. Okay, so for each I equals to 1 to n. So this implies what? Your H is what? H is a subset of G. This implies H is a subset of G. Now by the left cancellation law, suppose if I assume AAI is equals to AAJ. This implies what? AI is equals to AJ by the cancellation law, left cancellation law. Hence H has n distinct element. Okay, hence H has n distinct element, and therefore H must be equals to G. Okay, H must be equals to G. Hence, B belongs to H, and therefore Aaj is equals to B. Suppose if I take one particular element from this H, this set H, let it be B. So B must be, B looks like, how B looks like, B either A1, A2 or AN. So B must be any element of the form. Okay, so if I assume B is of the form AAI, okay, arbitrary. So as B belongs to H, so B looks like AAI. So B is equals to AAI for some AI belongs to G. So this proves that, what this proves, look at here, B is equals to what? AAI. Here we have to show that Ax equals to B has a solution. So I take B is equals to what? AI. So value for X is what? Comparing this Ax equals to B with AI equals to B. Okay, so value for X is what? AI. Okay, so X is equals to AI is a solution for this equation Ax equals to B. Okay, so this proves that the equation Ax equals to B is solvable. Why? Because I found here value for X is what? AI. Sorry, AI. Okay. Similarly, with the help of right cancellation law, you can say that, or you can show that Y is equals to B is solvable. Okay, here I wrote, similarly it follows from the right cancellation law that the equation Y equals to B is solvable. Hence, as these two equations are solvable, means these two equation has a solution, and as G is a semi group, so by theorem 1.1, last theorem is what? 1.1. So by theorem 1.1, G is a group. Okay, this proves the theorem.